Hey Greg, my question for you is how did the season shifting from being canceled to actually playing again? How did that change the way you prepare for the season?
I don't think it changes at all how well or how I'm going to prepare for this season. I think obviously our mindset has to change. We're going to have a little less time to get ready with pads on and things like that. But mindset wise, I don't think it's going to change at all.
Hi, Greg. I have two questions for you. Just to start, I can only imagine the excitement of hearing the news. Can you walk me through how you heard the news and your reaction to it?
So I'm obviously Twitter is that first way of us getting information a lot. So I mean, as soon as we got that news, I live with a few players on the team, so we were so excited. We had in our mind that maybe we'll play in January or even later than that. So I mean, when I got the news, I was so excited. We talked as a team later that day. Yeah, so I mean, the first time I heard the news was through Twitter, and then Coach Fitz talked to us in the Unity Council, and then we talked as a team.
And it's obviously no secret that you're a huge just fan for all the sports on Northwestern campus. But how do you feel being the only sport to be able to compete this fall?
We have to use this as a chip on our shoulder. We got to play for those other sports that don't have the opportunity to play. Obviously I feel bad for them that they aren't able to play, but we're going to use that for our energy and fuel us and play with a chip on our shoulder this season.
Thank you.
Again, please message Athletic Communications on the side to get in line to ask a question. Go ahead, Teddy.
What's up, Greg? Good to see you. I think the last time was at that Northwestern women's basketball game.
Yeah.
Media, we don't have access to practice, obviously, because there are no visitors on campus. Can you give us a feel for some of the differences? I mean, between mask wearing and individual water bottles, and can you just kind of talk us through all the ways it's different now than a year ago?
Like you alluded to it a little bit. Yeah, we have our own separate water bottles, which I like it anyways. Like even if we weren't in this pandemic, I would like to have my own water bottle anyways. But I mean, with masks and things like that, obviously we can't do too much contact right now. So that sucks. Obviously preparing to, play a Big Ten game in a few weeks. We haven't been able to, tackle or anything like that yet. So, I mean, that's not great. But we just have the mask under our, at the bottom half of our face mask now. I think I can breathe pretty well. It's a little tough sometimes, obviously, because I'm wearing a visor as well. So I really have no air access. But, I mean, other than that, I think everything else has been going pretty smooth. Just ready to get back and do some contact with each other. But I think everything else is going pretty good.
So, do you have to be in even better shape than normal since you're getting less oxygen coming in? What's the adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, and our coaching staff has been real great with that. We have, additional water breaks that we normally don't have. So they're doing that a lot. But, yeah, it's tough doing a 5-play set with you can't really breathe at all. So, I mean, we are definitely probably be the most in shape team, I would say, in the country. We work hard every single day. Running to the ball, everything we do is at 100%. So we will be in shape and we will be ready.
We'll go Daniel. Oh.
Hi, Greg. My question for you is that do you guys as players try to hold each other accountable when it comes to practicing good social distancing, like making sure no one's going out without a mask on or trying to limit contact with people outside the football program? And if so, is there one player or group of players that's taken the lead on kind of holding people responsible?
Yeah, I definitely think, it's different coming from, the training staff or the coaching staff. I think it holds more weight when us players are leading the way in the way of social distancing. So, I mean, as a group, we've been doing it. We started with our Unity Council, which is our leaders of the team. We try to hold the younger guys accountable in all ways of practicing social distancing, always washing our hands and everything like that, and just trying to not hang out with so many people. I know it's hard, obviously, because when I was a freshman, when I was young, I was trying to meet new people and things like that. So I know it's going to be hard for those guys. But, I mean, they're going to have to do it because, like I said, The seniors here, they're ready to play. They thought they weren't going to have their senior season, so I mean, we gotta have to do it for them. So they're gonna have to learn and grow up early.
Ella.
Hi, Greg. This was like, even the pandemic aside, this was like a summer like no other in college sports. And I'm curious, what was it as we saw all the kind of like social justice movements take the country, and near the end of the summer, the kind of these player-led movements spread around the country. What was it like to be a Big Ten football player this summer?
I enjoyed it, actually. I had some time away. This is what Coach Fitz said. This is what they used to do anyways when he was playing. They were able to, during the summer, go get their own work in, do stuff that, is going to be beneficial to them specifically. So as a Big Ten player, I think I got a lot better this summer. I've always been ready. We work out. We send pictures through Snapchat, obviously, because we weren't able to be around each other. So we all were doing our own workouts separately, and I think everyone came back in pretty good shape, and we're definitely better than where we were. So I think it was actually a pretty good transition what we did from this summer to last summer.
Matt Fortuno.
Hi, Greg. Thanks for doing this. I'm curious, as a Big Ten football player, what have the last couple Saturdays been like for you as far as, do you consume football? Do you sit down and watch everyone else play like a fan? And have you talked to players on teams and friends on teams who have been playing, and what have you learned about the differences, the challenges, what it's like playing, wearing a mask in the locker room, et cetera, on game day? Can you just kind of talk about what that's like if you've spoken to guys there?
Yeah, of course. So, obviously, it's hard to watch. I haven't honestly watched too much college just because, we're supposed to be out there playing right now. So it's, it's very tough. I've been watching a lot of NFL lately. So I've been watching that. But I've caught a few college games where obviously some of our former teammates play now at Notre Dame. Got some guys I played with in high school too, Syracuse, and a lot of schools around there. So I've definitely talked to them. The biggest difference, obviously, is just the fans. That's what we're going to miss the most. Having that energy, having that, that edge is going to be tough this season. That's the biggest difference that they said.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, hi, Greg. Quick question. I know you mentioned that you might have a little less time in pads this preseason than normal. Given we've seen a lot of injuries in the NFL, particularly when they had a shortened preseason ramp up, is there any concern throughout the locker room about injuries, and how do you guys plan to make sure you're ready come October 24th?
No, there's definitely not any concern. I think we have one of the best sports medicine and training staffs in the country. So at practice we have our practice set where we have 2 hard days, 1 day off for recovery. So we'll definitely be ready for that. We're doing stuff in the weight room to get our bodies ready, to stop that, soft tissue and all the injuries that's going around. So, no, we don't have any concerns regarding any injuries.
Last question, Jeff.
Morning, how you doing? With the Notre Dame postponing or canceling this weekend, other games we've seen canceled, Virginia Tech a bunch, how likely do you think it is that the whole Big Ten season can go forward, from October through December without any postponements, cancellations, without any team getting a virus outbreak?
Honestly, whatever games they give us, that's the games we'll play. We're not really worried about, what's going to get canceled or what's not. We're just looking forward to whatever or however many games there are to play. So, we're going to take it week by week, day by day. And if they're allowing us to play, we're going to play. If not, we'll find a way and do whatever we need to. But, we're not really too worried about the postponement. We're just, focused on this first game.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.